One of our research tasks we had to look into was Bauer Media, IPC Media and Future plc and the music magazines they own. The music magazines Bauer own are Kerrang! Compared to the radio station, the target audience of the Kerrang! Magazine isn't using as many mainstream bands. The target audience is mainly people that are fans of rock bands aged between 16 to 25. This is the target group as they or their parents have the most disposable income. Kerrang! Is known for being the world's largest weekly magazine, beating the other two Bauer music brands with a readership of 387,000, aiming for the teenagers who are more open to different genres of rock music, from emo to thrash. Kerrang! Has an average circulation of 40,203 in the UK, costing £2.20 and coming out weekly. Q is another magazine owned by Bauer. It is a mainstream magazine, being noted for being the UK's #1 actively purchased music magazine, and it contains a large range of styles from Adele to Radiohead. Q is a monthly magazine and was launched in 1986, covering mainly rock and roll-based styles. Q has since then been able to hold a readership of 371,000, costing £3.99 per issue. Mojo is also a very mainstream brand, being re-owned as the world's largest UK music magazine, with a readership of 229,000, costing £4.60, and releasing each magazine monthly. Mojo states that it doesn't stick to a specific genre and aims to deliver the best music in all fields. IPC Media has two main music magazines, Uncut and NME. Uncut is a monthly music magazine with a circulation of 63,003 and targets ABC1 men aged 25 to 45. To target this audience effectively, they chose to distribute information on bands from the 80s and 90s, such as Led Zeppelin. This gives them a very standard rock and roll genre, as during this period other subgenres were still establishing in the industry. An issue of Uncut costs £4.80. NME is another mainstream magazine with a readership of 289,000 and a circulation of 23,924, which covers contemporary genres built from a rock and roll featuring reviews, interviews and information from bands such as Beady Eye. This magazine costs £2.60 per issue. Future Publishing owns 10 magazine brands circulating in the UK which deal with two different types of music. Some of the magazines deal with information about creating music and others are focused on giving information to readers about bands and merchandise. Classic Rock is a monthly magazine with a circulation of 71,242 that covers a massive range of genres and subgenres such as punk, heavy metal, hard rock, glam, grunge, goth, blues rock, country rock, folk rock, R&B and rock and roll. It is also re-owned for being 98% accurate, however, sometimes misreadings do occur. Classic Rock features famous musicians such as Black Sabbath, AC/DC and Jimi Hendrix. This magazine costs roughly £5.50 per issue. Metal Hammer is a monthly magazine that covers mostly heavy metal music with a circulation of 35,259. This magazine covers both mainstream and unfamiliar bands in the range of heavy metal, and roughly costs about £6.40 per issue.